What up, you guys? It's Rafael at Top Collectibles, and in today's video, we're talking Evolving Skies because everybody's talking about it. Evolving Skies have been going on a rampage for the last 6 months, and it just reached $2,500 in the last week, which is crazy to even say. But again, we've been on a bull market for 8 months. Everything has been going up. Some things that are better quality will go up by nature more than others. And so I think Evolving Skies, it is a great box to be looking at right now. I just bought 2 boxes a couple weeks ago, even at the higher prices, because I really do have a lot of faith in Evolving Skies and what it can do for the long term. So hopefully by the end of this video, you have a better understanding of what my thoughts are when it comes to buying Evolving Skies booster boxes or products. And hopefully you can make an informed decision as to if you yourself should be dabbling into Evolving Skies as well at the current prices. There's a lot of interesting points when it comes to Evolving Skies that I want to share, so let's dive into it. Before we get into the deep down on Evolving Skies, I want to talk about Team Up because there's a reason why I want to show you this before we get into Evolving Skies. As you can see, Team Up is now $10,000 on TCG Player, right? And when you look at the 6 months buy-through rate, there's not that many boxes that are being sold, and that's justifiable because the price point, usually the higher the boxes, the less sell-through rate you see. One thing you do notice is that there's only one seller at this price point of $10,000, and there's only one box. So this guy could be pricing this at $20,000. Does that mean that is the market price of that box? No, that does not mean that. So let me show you what I'm looking at here. So the last sale is $6,000 for this Team Up box. But if you look on last sold for Team Up on eBay, it has been selling for $9,000. So there's one booster box there for $9,000. There's another one right here for $9,000. There's a $8,500 one that have sold a couple of days ago, July 13th. Another one for $9,200. So Team Up is in fact at that value point of $9,500. Now, something to keep in mind is that the seller or the TCG store that puts this box up does not dictate the price. The price of these boxes are dictated by the market. The buyer who's willing to pay $9,500 for a box is who dictates the price, because that means that they have faith in the product and they believe that the product is worth that price point. So if they're willing to pay it, then that's what dictates the market. Now, like we saw before, it is a $10,000 box on TCG Player because it's the only one in that marketplace. But eBay has seen several boxes, like I show you guys, of $9,000. Now, if you look at the 1 year, and this is a reason why I want to show you this. If you look at the 1 year graph for Team Up, you can see that right before the November time, which is when TCG Pocket and Surging Sparks and the whole bull market started, this box was going for $2,400, $2,500, right? And over the course of a year, we have seen it gone up 166%, and that's understandable due to the bull market that we're running into right now. Now, keep that in mind. Let's move on to Cosmic Eclipse, and I just want to show you Cosmic Eclipse because, again, it is the second best set out of the Sun and Moon era. It is going for $4,700. There's only 8 boxes in the market right now, and the sell-through rate is a little bit better than the Team Up, but again, the price point usually translates into less buying or less selling of them boxes. But this box, it is going for $4,700. It's the second best of the era, in my opinion. Unified Minds, it is also a really good box, $2,200, and the sell-through rate, again, very similar to Cosmic Eclipse. There is only 9 of them on TCG Player, 107% increase over the course of a year. This was a $700 box before the bull market started to run up. Some Broken Bonds, very similar price, $2,000 from Sun and Moon era. And again, like you guys saw in the previous boxes, the sell-through rate of these is not too crazy just because of the price points and because the quantity, the supply is not really all there. Now, remember how I told you about Team Up and how Team Up was a year ago, $2,400. So does that ring a bell to what we're seeing right now? $2,480 for Evolving Skies is what we're seeing it. But look at this sell-through rate. Right, I just showed you the sell-through rate of all those Sun and Moon, but I did also show you the supply. When you look at the supply of Evolving Skies, 175 boxes is well over the 8 to 13 boxes that we see for Sun and Moon. So that helps with the sell-through rate a lot, the quantities and the supply available. But this is a really, really massive amount of sell-through rate for these Evolving Skies. That means people want it, people are buying it, and even at the current $2,000 mark, we still see 10, 11, 6 being purchased right now for Evolving Skies. Now, I am not saying that because Evolving Skies is at $2,400 and Team Up was $2,400 at the beginning of the year, I'm not saying that Evolving Skies will be at $10,000 box in the future. It very well may be the case, but I don't see that happening during this bull market. Now, I will say that this is a $5,000 box. I don't know when, and I don't want to put a time frame on it, but I do believe that this is a $5,000 box in the coming future. If you're willing to buy and you're thinking about buying a booster box of Evolving Skies, just know that you are locking in for the long term. This is money that you should not be counting on by 6 months from now or a year from now, because this is a lot of money that you'll be putting in towards a booster box. It has run up already. We really don't know what else it will be doing. I am very bullish on the set. That's why, like I told you guys before, I bought 2 boxes at $1,900 a couple weeks ago, which I believe was a fairly good entry point for Evolving Skies. Now, I had these boxes down here when they were, I bought them for like really cheap. Like you could pick them up at like 120 to like 200, even in the 500s at some point back when Evolving Skies was still in print. But again, that's the same situation with everything else in Scarlet and Violet right now, right? You can say 5 years later and say, I could have picked up Destined Rivals for 250, and look at it now, it's, you know, X amount, add zeros to the number. So that is relative to the time that the set has been in rotation. Now, one interesting thing to look at for Evolving Skies is that the age of Team Up is 6 years old, and Evolving Skies is a 4-year-old set. It's just turning 4 next month. So Team Up is 2 years old. And the reason why I'm comparing it with Team Up is because a lot of people tend to compare it with Team Up. By my personal opinion, Evolving Skies is a way better product and set as a whole. It has a lot more depth, in my opinion, than Team Up. I feel a lot more bullish putting $2,000 into Evolving Skies than $9,000 into Team Up because of a massive amount of increase in price and the sell-through rate that doesn't seem to be all there because the supply availability of Team Up, it's not there like I showed you guys before. So I just want to make sure that you guys understand that this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to dump $2,000 into booster boxes of Evolving Skies because you're going to make your money, double your money because this is a $5,000 booster box. All I'm saying is that Evolving Skies has the depth and has the capacity of being at the level of Team Up, and that's the reason why I picked up 2 booster boxes of Evolving Skies at $1,900 a couple weeks ago. Everything that I usually share with you guys here on the channel is because I personally am putting my money into it as well. I usually don't tell you to go and tell you that I'm bullish on any type of product if I'm not myself making the moves, because I believe that there's potential in the midterm or long term of the investing of a particular box. Now, one interesting thing about Evolving Skies is that it is a self-advertising product. And what I mean by that is, if you right now go on YouTube and you type, before you like my video and comment down below and subscribe to the channel, of course, go on YouTube and you search Evolving Skies, you will see that a lot of the top Poketubers, like your Danny Phantom, Pokereb, Twice Baked Jake, and all these people that have a lot of following have Evolving Skies videos because of what Evolving Skies have been doing. Every time Evolving Skies makes a move, these big YouTubers with a lot of presence in the community make a video, or either rip a box or just make a video talking about Evolving Skies. That brings a lot of focus and a lot of spotlight to Evolving Skies. And what does that do? All these people that came in during the TCG Pocket and Surging Sparks era in November before the bull market started, that don't really know much about products from like Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield era, get some type of exposure to the set. And in turn, you get essentially free advertising for Evolving Skies. I haven't yet heard of anybody talk about why Evolving Skies is not going to live up to the expectations that everybody has. Every single person anywhere in the hobby will tell you, yes, Evolving Skies, good to buy long term. Yes, Evolving Skies booster boxes. Yes, Evolving Skies 3-packs. Because the set talks by itself. When we look at the cards in Evolving Skies, we see that there's not only one Pokemon that will push the set. Normally, there is, I call them the Magnificent 8. That's without counting all of the evolutions, just Eevee and Umbreon. But there's about 8 to 10 Pokemon that if you put them in a SIR or IR or alternate R in a set, they will carry the set forward, right? Your Lugia, your Lucario, your Charizard, your Umbreon, your Mew, Bubble Mew, and Paldean Fates. There's usually one Pokemon with a cool art that will carry the set. But when you see something like Evolving Skies, when you have an Umbreon and really cool Sylvian VMAXs and Glaceon VMAX. And you see that there's like an Eevee in here. The art is just amazing. You got a Pikachu in the marrow in this Glaceon VMAX. You got a Leafeon VMAX working out in the field. You got a Rayquaza VMAX. They really didn't need to put a Rayquaza in here. This set would have done just fine with the Eevees and the, V, Espion V, Sylvian V. But you got a Rayquaza VMAX. You got an Umbreon VMAX. You got a Sleepy Dragonite here. You keep scrolling, and now you have the ultra rares, you have the rainbow cards, and you have the Duralon VMAX. In my opinion, it's a really cool card, and there's just so much depth into this set, and so much Pokemon really sought after, and Pokemon that people hold as their favorites, that the set just does the work by itself. There's no reason why this set will not be the best out of the Scarlet and Violet era and the Sword and Shield era. In my personal opinion, think that this is a better set than Team Up. When you look at Team Up, don't get me wrong, I love Gengar and Latios and Latias. It's a crazy, really cool card. It falls in line with Evolving Skies, right? They really didn't need to put this much fire into this set. But again, because they did, and this is a 6-year-old set, the supply is so low, we're seeing the price influxes that we're seeing right now. Right, there's a couple rainbow cards in there that are doing really well. The Snorlax and the Eevee GX are cool cards. The Zekrom and the Pikachu. I think there's another Zekrom and Pikachu, but it's a promo that, in my opinion, looked a lot better than this. But again, the set is packed, right? And the only other set that is also packed like this, with several different magnificent Pokemon that will carry a set, is Evolving Skies. There's no other set that will compare. And so, again, I'm not going to say that Evolving Skies will reach the $10,000 mark when it becomes a 6-year-old set like Team Up. But what I am saying is that you have a potential for a long-term hold here. I personally had 2 booster boxes. One of them was damaged, and I sold them right around here. I sold them. I took some profits because I wanted to use some of the funds and capital to Top Shop Collectibles for the business. And the damaged one, I ended up trading it for product that I ended up using. So there was like a justification for me doing that. Not too worried about it because I did, use that money to rotate it into do continuous capital moves, week over week. And I am still so confident that Evolving Skies will do so good that I paid $1,900 for 2 booster boxes a couple weeks ago. 2 weeks later, it's $2,500. Now, from here, do I believe that this box will do more? Will go up even higher? Midterm to long term? 100%. This will do just as well as Team Up, if not better. I think this set is going to go down as one of the best sets in Modern Era. And I know you guys probably keep hearing it from everybody. I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that I am putting my money where my mouth is by buying the boxes at the current prices, because I am confident that in the long term, when this set gets to the 6-year-old and higher, or by the time we get to the next bull market, because we will have another one, in my opinion, is going to be probably like 2029, 2030, this set is going to have several legs up, and who knows when it's going to land. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't so already. Leave a like on the video. It helps the algorithm. It helps the channel overall. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting. And if you need to pick up some sealed products, go to topshopcollectibles.com. We got a slew of products available for you guys, including slabs. We'll be adding a lot of slabs here, PSA 10s here in the coming days. So yeah, thank you guys so much. And as always, stay positive, keep your head up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.